Hey, what is up, mortals? It is AmandaThePanda here, and welcome to part 1 of What If Naruto characters had Digimon? Just wanted to greet you guys by saying sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. And so we begin. As the body of the Ten Tails ascended into the night sky, a moderately sized chunk of the beast's carcass broke off and crashed into the ground, shattering into millions of clear shards that began to melt once they made contact with the warm summer ground. As cracks begin to form within the largest section of ice, it opens as if it was an egg, with a single hand bursting out of the icy prison. That hand belonged to the entity known as Black Zetsu. Once Hagamoto and Hamura recovered from their injuries, they decided that in order to prevent the Ten Tails' return, Hamura would guard the Ten Tails' body now floating in space, which he would destroy the second it became active, while Hagamoto would stay on Earth and teach the humans how to utilize chakra and summon their own Digimon partners. Even if himself and Hamura are unable to fight, the humans can fight in their place. Before Hamura departed for the moon, he and Hagamoto had a bittersweet goodbye at their family home. So, this is it, Hagamoto says with a lump in his throat as he knew he was saying goodbye to the last bit of family he'd ever known. Yes, brother, we both know this is the only way to prevent this beast from awakening again, at least, in our lifetime, Hamura says with a slight tremble in his voice as he witnesses his brother finding the lump in his throat. Yes, but I want you to know that I will miss you, Hamura, Hagamoto says as his eyes begin to fill with tears. I will miss you too, Hagamoto said. I'm glad that my last day on Earth was with you, fighting at your side, Hamura replies as his eyes too fill with tears. The two brothers embrace before Hamura ascends into the sky as he makes his way to his new home among the stars. As the years went by, Hagamoto began teaching the humans how to utilize chakra and summon their Digimon partners, which left Hagamoto remembering his time with Agumon. This led him to try and relive his fallen comrade by using the creation of all things technique to resummon his partner in a new body using the chakra of the Ten Tails rather than his own. But it instead led to the 9 new Digimon being created, known as the Tailed Beasts. After the failed attempts to revive Agumon, Hagamoto gave up in his attempts to reunite with his former partner and decided to dedicate himself to the future, eventually starting a family with a wife and 2 sons, Indra and Asura, while maintaining his duties to the people as a priest and protector of the ninja world. Once both Indra and Asura turned 10, they performed the partner summoning jutsu, which led to Indra summoning Gulmon and Asura summoning Terriermon. As Hagamoto began to enter his advanced years, both boys wondered who would inherit their father's position, which caused a sibling rivalry to develop as they both wanted to become their father's successor. This led to many sparring sessions between the boys and their Digimon partners, which often ended with Indra and Gulmon as the victors. This series of defeats left Asura unsure if he had what it takes to become his father's successor, while Indra was all but certain that he would in fact take his father's place. This self-assured feeling would be bolstered by the occasional visits by Black Zetsu, who would enhance his confidence through lavish praise, but unbeknownst to him, slowly but surely convincing him to distance himself from his father and brother. To reach the position you wish to have, you must make sacrifices, young Indra. You cannot allow your brother's weakness to keep you from what is rightfully yours, Black Zetsu says in a persuasive, almost snake-like tone. These meetings became more frequent as the years went by, and with each meeting, the metamorphical divide between Indra and his family widening. The boys' sparring sessions became beatings, as Indra came to detest Asura's weaknesses and often left Asura unconscious at the end of their bouts. Eventually, Indra stopped coming home altogether. Once Indra and Asura recovered from their last sparring session, Hagamoto gave the boys their test to see who would become his successor. 2 years after the test, both boys stood before their father, now fully grown men with their partners. And it wasn't just their appearances that had changed. For Asura and Terriermon, it was a case of confidence that stood tall without fear, even with the circumstances of this meeting. On the other hand, Indra's face bare a cold disdain. Hagamoto recognized it almost immediately. It was as if Kaguya herself was in the room, while Gulmon went under the most dramatic change with his skin, now jet black, and the symbols that covered his body changed to a more crimson tone. Now, you know that I need to name my successor, and I have thought long and hard about this decision. I need you both to know that I love you both, and with your skills, I know that both of you will make excellent sages of the 6 paths. but I've decided to name Asura as my successor, Hagamoto said with a weight to his words. After Hagamoto declared his choice, Asura's face lit up as he turned to Terriermon before rushing over to his father and giving him a bear hug. Thank you, father! Thank you so much for this! I won't let you down, Asura says before returning to his partner's side. This is a grave mistake, father! Indra growls as his face begins to twitch due to the immense anger bubbling to the surface. Yes, Sage Hagamoto. How could you let these weaklings become your successors? We've beaten them every time. This is an insult. Black Gulimon snarls as he turns his rage towards Terriermon. Go on, Terriermon. Tell this old fool that he has made a mistake, and that we should be the new Sage of the Six Paths, Black Gulimon adds before charging Terriermon. Enough! Hagamoto bellowed with authority. I have made my decision now. Indra, act like a man and accept the reality of your situation, Hagamoto added before sending Indra and Black Gulimon out of the room. After Indra and Black Gulimon left the room, Hagamoto beckoned Asura to his bedside. Yes, father? Asura whispers in his father's ear. I know that I have put a tremendous burden on your shoulders, young one, but please know that this is only because I believe in you, Hagamoto whispered before breaking into a haggard cough. Yes, father, and I will make sure your trust is misplaced. Now let's begin with the sage power transfer. I fear that your brother will do something drastic, Hagamoto said before taking his son's hand and began transferring the sage power to Asura. While this is going on, Indra and Black Gulimon stomp through the woods, occasionally destroying nearby trees in order to satiate their impotent rage over being denied the role of the Sage of the Six Paths. And who does father pick? Asura, that weakling that couldn't even harm a fly! Indra growled before punching a tree, splitting it in half before it crashed to the forest floor. We could have taken all three of them, Indra. Don't tell me you're going soft on me, Black Gulimon growled before getting in his partner's face. Don't be an idiot. Father could destroy both of us without breaking his sweat even on his deathbed, Indra growled back. Children, please stop fighting. You have more pressing matters to attend to, Black Zetsu says as he walks into view, as if he had materialized from the darkness. I thought you said that father would choose me! How dare you mislead me, you freak! Indra says before trying to strike Black Zetsu. Before Indra could land his hit, Black Zetsu catches the young man's fists and holds it. As Indra escapes Black Zetsu's grip, a black aura begins emitting from Indra's hand. What is this? Indra asks with a shriek as he falls on his butt. A gift, my boy, Black Zetsu replied as he knelt down to meet Indra at eye level. What kind of gift? Indra asked with an air of suspicion. The kind that will allow you to take what is rightfully yours. Your only option now is to take the power from your brother. But do you have what it takes, young Indra? Black Zetsu says, using every ounce of persuasion he has. Of course, Zetsu. Let's go, Black Gulimon. We have a power to reclaim. Indra growls with delight as he and Black Gulimon head straight for the village armed with Black Zetsu's gift. Moments after Hagamoto finished transferring the power to Asura, a large column of smoke could be seen coming from the village. Oh, we're too late, Asura. Please stop your brother before he does any more harm, Hagamoto asks of his son. Yes, father, Asura exclaims. Let's go, Terriermon! Right, Terriermon replies. As Asura and Terriermon arrive on the scene, Black Gulimon was lighting the nearby buildings on fire, sending the villagers into a panic as they run for cover. As Indra begins choking the life out of a villager, he notices Asura and Terriermon standing in the middle of the chaos, assisting villagers escape the quickly growing inferno. Ah, brother, I thought you were never going to show, Indra says with a villainous glee before throwing the villager he was choking into a nearby building. Indra! Why are you doing this? Asura bellows as he began walking towards his brother, his eyes aglow with anger at what his brother had become. Isn't it obvious, brother? I want what is owed to me, Indra replies before engaging in hand-to-hand combat with his younger brother. Stop this, Indra, before someone gets hurt, Asura pleads. The only one that will be hurt is you, and anyone else who gets in my way, Indra yells back. Don't make me do something that I'll regret, brother, Asura yells before rushing into battle. I can't be afraid of something that'll never happen, brother, Indra replies as he does the same. As the brothers exchange barbs and blows, their Digimon partners begin to do the same, as each of their human partners attempt to enhance them until Asura and the newly digivolved Rapidmon and Indra and a raging Black War Growlmon stand opposed in the middle of the village. I'm impressed, brother. You've actually managed to keep up with me. Perhaps you aren't as pathetic as I thought you were, Indra says through haggard breaths as his hand begins to glow with a dark aura. The only pathetic one here is you. Father chooses me as his successor, and you decide to throw a tantrum like an infant. You disgrace our family with your childish antics, brother. Asura growls as he pulls a kunani. You will pay for that, Asura. Indra growls before performing the hand signs for the Digivolution, but ends on the Biomerge Digivolution hand sign with his hand cloaked in dark energy. Dark Biomerge Digivolution! Indra bellows as he and Black War Growlmon become enveloped in chakra cocoons before merging and becoming a dark knight-like Digimon. Chaos Gallantmon! The knight-like Digimon bellows before glaring at Asura and Rapidmon with utter contempt. Rapidmon, I think it's time we show them what we can really do, Asura says before performing the Digivolution jutsu and like his brother ends it on a similar hand sign to his brother. Biomerge Digivolution! Asuma bellows as he and Rapidmon become enveloped in chakra cocoons before emerging as a mechanical behemoth. Mega Gargomon! The mechanical behemoth bellowed as he punched Chaos Gallantmon in the face before unleashing a barrage of gigantic explosive shuriken at his opponent before enduring a blow from Chaos Gallantmon's lance. The battle between these two colossal opponents went long into the night, but as the morning sun began to rise over the horizon, Mega Gargomon landed the final blow charged with the full power of the Sage of the Six Paths, which caused both of the Mega-level Digimon to defuse, letting their respective components crash into the ground before falling unconscious. As Asura regains consciousness, he witnesses his brother on the ground as Black Gulmon dissolves into digital dust beside him. I'm sorry it came to this, Asura said to his unconscious brother through his gritted teeth before returning home with Terriermon. As Asura rested after the battle with Indra, Hagamoto received a gift from his turncoat son, where which he declared that he would obtain the power of the Sage of the Six Paths, no matter how long it took. Once fully recovered from his injuries, Asura was informed of Hagamoto's meeting with Indra and vowed to end his rivalry with the hope that it could conclude peacefully. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in the story thus far. Hope you enjoyed it. Now there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, we've got a primary channel called We the Celestials. We the Celestials is what we do here already, but their content's centered around the crazy world and lore of My Hero Academia. So please check us out over there if you're feeling in the mood for a roller coaster of quirky content. We also have another relative to our channel, Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes deep into the facts and lore of a wide variety of anime. It's sure to expand your weeb knowledge for all kinds of series guaranteed. I'd like to let you all know, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. If you're perhaps interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I would like to extend out an invitation to join our team. The only caveat being is that we only accept members 16 and older to join our crew. You could find us on our Discord, which you can locate in the description below. Our Discord is an all-around fantastic place to be, whether you're a fan or looking to join our band of misfits. All you gotta do is hit up the recruitment server and sign up for whichever category of work that fulfills your interest. We're always looking for new members to join us. Well, that's it for us for today's video. So thank you all for watching and have a great day.